Hi. Welcome back to Live Code 11. I am Earl JK. I am a senior developer advocate here at ServiceNow, and you are watching. Is that music really loud? That's really loud to me. Let me turn that down. Yeah. So there we go. Whoa, it's Ailey. Yaylee. Hi. I know you messaged me earlier or you commented on a thread and stuff, but I was like, I haven't actually got to say hi yet. Yay, Ailey's back. Yay. Hey Ben, welcome back too. Okay, so one, I did not advertise this episode because it's gonna be a weird in-between episode. I missed you too. I missed you. I really did. I thought about you a lot actually. I was always like, I know she's out, but I wonder how she's doing. Anyways, this is a weird in-between episode. If you tuned into the last live coding Elevenses 2 weeks ago, it was us. I'll recap. Recap. Okay, we are doing hackathon every year. Ailey, great timing by the way. Ailey is one of our stars for hackathon. But when we transitioned ownership of instances last year for where everyone hosted the hackathon stuff, the app was seemingly lost. So the hackathon app that we used to run the knowledge hackathon, the CreatorCon hackathon, was seemingly gone forever. But one of our colleagues happened to take it and install it on an instance, but it was an old version of it, like way back, like 2021 version of it, which means it lost all the updates that I did to that app since then when I joined the company back in 2022. So a lot of stuff was lost. So 2 weeks ago we started on this stream. We basically redesigned. We designed the app. Like we put down everything on our mind onto a Mural board, saying like, here's all the stuff that we would need for this app to function for what we need and potentially for the future. Since then, though, we found since we found that app, and from 2 weeks ago, I thought it didn't exist, and now it does exist, just not up to date. We're shifting a little bit. We're not going to create the app from scratch. We're going to go into the existing app and get it up to date, but in the ways that we want it to be. And so now we're in gap analysis mode. So the gap is the 2021 version of this hackathon app, all the way to what do we need to function today. And so this episode, I'm going to basically be trying to do a gap analysis as much as I possibly can. I know it's not the most interesting of work, but it's the realistic work for hackathon. And I said on stream before, we're going to try to show as much of the work as possible. So here I am doing gap analysis. Welcome to the gap analysis stream. Ben says blame Travis. That's generally my go-to. Just blame Travis. Earlio. Yeah, sometimes I go by Earlio. I have different nicknames. Some people call me Dookie. Like, you can call me Dookie if you want. Hey Luis, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, we're gonna go into gap analysis mode. So the one thing I did do literally half an hour ago was I exported the app and then brought it into one of our dev instances. Hi, everyone say hi, Rebecca. That's my wife. Thanks for joining. She still gets notifications when we go live. She supports me. Yay. She's pretty cool. I like her. Okay, but yeah, half an hour ago I went into the instance that our colleague had installed the old version of the app. I exported it via an update set, brought it to our dev instance for all things that we do for my team, and I imported it, and then I just blindly committed 63 errors. So there's 63 update set errors where it's like, could not find this thing, could not find that thing, could not find this thing. I was like, ain't nobody got time for that. So I went ahead and accepted all of them accepted all the remote updates, and I just pressed start. Yeah, so the app is in, and I haven't done much looking around besides going to this filter and seeing what pops up in here, and that's kind of what I expected on there. But now we got to get everything up to speed, and the first thing I'm going to work on is getting this into source control, because it wasn't ever in source control, which was wild. So, oh man, that hackathon app, you all don't realize that app is so ridiculous. It was never in source control, and it had that instance maybe had like 100 people with admin access, and they were all trying to edit that app together with no versioning, no like governance, with nobody knowing who each other was. And it was just the wild west of an instance. So first step here, we're going to get into source control. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get that started. So I'm going to jump into ServiceNow Studio and get that process started. Oh wait, no, it's there. It is. And then hopefully all the buttons work fine. All right, cool. So I need, we have organization repository or team that holds all of our repositories. I didn't navigate to it on stream. I'm in the new repository section now because I realized there's a lot of private repos, so I might give away information that we're not supposed to give away. So I'm in this screen already. We'll call this one, well, it's already called Hackathon Management, so we'll call it Hackathon Management. Previously, Hack Now app now being managed by the community dev program team. Keep it private. We'll get a, we're going to import first. We'll make a readme afterwards. But I'm just getting the URL so that we can do a proper import. Should I keep this? You know what? I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I like main as the top level one. And right now we're making in main because we haven't promoted up instances yet. And then eventually we'll switch it to branches. Once we have it in all three of our instances, dev, UAT, and production, and then we'll, once we get it all into all three instances, then we can switch dev into a different branch, just to maintain which ones are which. Hopefully my credential still works. Of course it doesn't. Okay, let me figure that out real quick. Which one do I have a working credential in here? I'm tempted to just use Christie's because I know it will work. Well, let's see. Yay, thanks, Christy. Usually Christy's here to say something about it, but oh well. So we're linking this to source control via Christie's token. It's there. I did. Token configuration is just a boring process. If you need to know what I did to do the token configuration, there is a, just search ServiceNow source control, ServiceNow Studio. Oh, Sujan, have you been in the call this entire time? Why didn't you join, dude? Everybody in Sujan. How long have you been waiting?
Not much. I was stuck in the last meeting, so that's
everyone say hi to Sujan. If you've not joined my stream before, or if you have not joined Chrissy's stream yet, Sujan has been making appearances during Chrissy's stream. But Sujan is our newest senior developer advocate. Yay! Sujan, I did not advertise my episode because we're doing this weird gap analysis. So I'm not like trying to put too many eyes on it since it's not really doing development. We're just doing gap analysis. But Have you met Ailey? I like introducing Ailey because Ailey's here. Oh, Chrissy made it. Chrissy, I used your token. Ben says hi too. You know what? Hey, Sujan, I know we didn't practice this, but feel free to click buttons whenever you want. We'll do this live.
Yep.
You can click on comments to make it show up on the screen. You can change the spotlight into sharing the screen. So do you want to go ahead and change it to show my screen too?
I think after joining as an admin, I've joined with my account.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll do it. All right, we're here. Yay. Okay. So link to source control, let's verify it. I'm going back to GitHub, reloading. There it is, perfect. This is great. So now it's in source control. While I start doing manual exploration inside of the instance, I'm also going to jump into VS Code to just make it do some analysis for me. So let's clone a repository, Hackathon Management. Hopefully it shows up. There it is. I'm going to clone it into my local machine, my computer. Now that it is in source control. And we're going to wait. We're going to wait. And then we're going to open it in Visual Studio Code. I trust myself, yes. Let me zoom in for you all. And then I am going to jump into Claude. And I'm just going to tell it init. Oh, what is it? Is it init? Isn't it init? Yeah, init. Okay. If you're new to Claude Code, init is the initialization function. Whenever you have it start off, it gives the repository its necessary instructions for how Claude should interact with it based off of the existing structure. So while I'm doing manual exploration inside of the instance, I'm going to let Claude Code run in the background to do its how the things are architected. That's not a verb. How the architecture works inside of this application. It's just helpful to know. I might even have it create the initial README file. I'm gonna have to keep giving it permissions. I usually use dangerously skip permissions, but I'm using the extension just for making it look pretty for you all. I usually am in Claude Code, the actual terminal CLI. But for right now, we'll just leave it in this and I'll check back on it every once in a while. Yeah. Sweet. Sujan, jump in if you ever want me to stop and explain something, talk about it. Like why I kind of explained why I did Claude Code, because it looks in detail at things that I might miss. So I like letting it run in the background. Oh yeah, I saw that you all worked on that yesterday, right, Sujan? Chrissy's saying that y'all did dark mode stuff yesterday on stream.
And work like a charm.
It's so good. It's so. Oh, Ben's asking y'all if you got the purple that you liked. Christy. Okay, so that's running in the background. Let me take a look at the tables here. Where is tables? There they are. Wait. Data. 19 tables. Half of them are M to M. You know, it probably would help if I had my my Mural board open. So let me shrub. No, I don't need a shrub. I can just do this. There. Hi. I'm gonna load real quick the Mural board so that we can take a look at what we want, and then do the gap analysis. Sujan is a trooper, y'all. It's like, what is it? It's like almost 12:30 for you, right?
Yeah.
Past midnight.
Awesome.
Kudos to you, dude.
Anything to be part of this.
Sujan is learning rapidly, especially with these streams. He can click on things as he wants. The best way I learned how to do all this stuff was just by messing with my teammates.
Oh man, I don't used to do that.
One of the things I used to do to Brad Tilton, I would just like zoom in on his face over and over again. Okay, there, I'm back. I have what I need. Let me go back to here. All right, so here's the Mural board. It's all the stuff that we needed. So what I think I'm gonna do is you keep using this because this has the picture of everything that we need. And then I'm going to like go through and say what's missing on here just so that Travis kind of knows like what the gap is basically. And I think we'll use pink as the indicator that something is missing. Okay. So okay, so this has the ability to, so if we go back here, events was the table for saying upcoming actual live events, not, see, this is the problem with like ServiceNow naming, right? Because like event is a big thing inside of ServiceNow and event tables and event management. That talks about server events, but events in here is about the hackathon event itself. So that's a weird overlap. I try not to call things events anymore in ServiceNow because of that. Yeah, this is the first time I'm looking at the hackathon app, by the way, since ever since it got lost. So it really is seeing what's still in here. Man, there's some stuff in here that we never have used. Sales cycle stuff. Oh yeah, there's all this customer stuff in here. I like the naming of new section, doesn't say anything. All this customer stuff. Wait, are these the same fields over and over?
Location 2B.
Location _2 versus, yeah, they repeated the same fields over. Okay. All right, so there's events table. What is news? I feel like I remember seeing what news was at one point. We'll have to look into see what news is. Teams, that's obvious. Teams join events, and then teams have team members, so that's easy. The applications is specifically what each team submits as their hackathon item. Why is there a separate? Oh, okay. Event participants must be, I think, one of the like team members also create event participation records. Actually, I'm kind of interested in seeing what's the relationship. So its relationship is to the event and the participant. Is participant the same as team member? Hey, it's us. No, this is just a user.
User table.
So what is team member attached to? Just team. Oh wait, it's not. Oh yeah, here's team. And event. Oh man, the relationships on this app.
What are the states?
Huh?
I don't know. I was looking at the states that were mentioned there, the team members. There's a state field over there, so just like if you can understand that. Yes, state. The state field over there. If you could see the values of the state field. Dylan withdrawn. Okay.
Oh, so the state field on this one is because as you're creating teams, there's a mechanism, I think, in the portal where you can invite team members into it and they can accept it or not.
Oh, okay.
We never used it. Never used that function. Yeah, so event participate. See, there's these weird like reduplication of stuff instead of like rolling them up. So like if you're a team member, you also become a participant, which also means you have user account. So there's a bunch of like layers to this. Dev instances was our way of tracking instances to provision for people. It was more just like we fill out this table and then there's a button that you can press that distributes the instances to each person and emails them. Yeah, and you could see a filter of it by this one. And that's it. I think that did judging appear in here? No, there's judging, but that's not in the. What else is here? Application, event participant, instances, judging, news, participant, team. So the only thing missing from the module, the menu, I mean, is judging, which I kind of want to look at too. What's for lunch today? It's not quite lunch for me, but as per usual, I'm drinking coffee. Always. Sujan, do you have anything? It's too late for you.
Water.
Some whiskey, a couple of shots of vodka.
Man. But I've decided I'll get some. I have a good collection of green teas with me. So, I'll get starting those green teas and all those scores.
Now, are you do you drink more tea or do you drink coffee?
Yeah, but more of a tea guy.
More of a tea guy. How late in the day can you drink coffee or tea before it affects your sleep?
I usually don't drink anything after evening. Just for
like me, sometimes I'll drink all the way up to like almost dinner time, just to get me through the day. I mean, we're both parents, so it's like the caffeine we need. It's like it's not because I like it or I need to be awake. It's just because it's sheer necessity. Man, I'm getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night only. I'm like dying over here. That's my fault. I also like to play games and stuff at that time. I haven't been reading the chat. Oh, she was asking what Ben was eating for lunch. All right. Okay. So back to this table.
Okay.
Judging. What is this? Where's the let me just get the table name. I like exploring it in here. So there's a judge record which defaults. It's a user that defaults to me, points to the application, and then the scoring. Okay, so there's that. Now so there is a portal that came with this app. This is what it looks like. Events. Does this work? Nope. Okay, so this link doesn't work. ID equals request hackathon form. Let's go look at the pages. Package hackathon. Oh wow, there's a lot of pages. Here's this. Oh. Try it. Where's Hack Now? I see Hack Zone. Where's the portal for this? Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it. Okay, it just doesn't. Are these links? Oh, these are links. I thought it was supposed to be a form. Nope, that just went back home. No, these aren't. They can click, but they don't go anywhere. All right, cool. So the event request page doesn't work and doesn't seem to have anything on it. What on earth? Yeah, I don't see anything special. So let's go back here and say events overview. Of course, there's nothing, but let's see if we can recreate one on the back end. We'll say live coding 11Z test. Wow, there's a bunch of random stuff. We'll put it in the future. Active. We'll say, hi, Sujan. Yeah, let's save that for now and see what happens. Did any other tables pop up? So it links to event participants, teams, applications, instances, and the normal stuff. So if I jump back to here, refresh, it did not show up. Cool. Why would it not show up? Oh, it didn't go active. Ooh, there's something that's deactivating it. Letting it load. What on earth? Is this a before query? It's a before nothing. What is this?
It's deactivated.
Yeah, before query. Oh, I'm in the wrong scope. Hold on. Okay, so that's just a before query. I wonder what's. It's not a. Would a flow be deactivating my thing right away? That'd be weird. Something's turning this off immediately. Oh. I guess it's also a good time to go check what flows we have in here. How come I got filter? You know what? I'm actually interested in seeing what happens if I say in here. On the table, something keeps preventing me from saving a record as active equals true. When I submit or save the change, it automatically goes back to false. I don't see a business rule doing it. What gives? All right, so now we're here. I'm like a squirrel. I'm just like distracted all over the place, but I kind of want to look at what Claude came up with. It's manages hackathon and events end-to-end, event creation, participant registration, team formation, application submission, judging, and scoring. JavaScript level Helsinki. Architecture, data model. Let me preview it this way. Oh, look, there's two different tables. There's an individual participant and an event participant table. And then an event participant invitees table. News is event announcements. So there's a separate scoring function for applications, and then judges have a different scoring function. Only 5 business roles across this whole thing. Okay, so that's nothing. I mean, besides, it found a couple of tables that we couldn't see right away. But otherwise, most of it we found during our manual searching. Okay. So can't get this to show up until we know why. Because I kind of wanted to see the event page, because I know that used to exist. I wanted to see what it looked like in this old state. Because I did some updates to a lot of the portal at one point. Like it really needs some love because it looks kind of boring. I mean, look at these washed out colors. It's so old. This is so old looking. This is like 2 or 3 color schemes ago. Does anybody remember us using this light color, this light green blue color? That's so old at this point.
When was this app created? 2019?
The last update for this was 2021. But the colors from it never changed from when it first was. Like I used this app when I was at my first hackathon at ServiceNow, which was in 2018, I think, was my first hackathon. So the colors haven't changed since before then. So you're probably right. Pre-2017 colors.
Before Kingston.
It's really struggling to figure out why the active isn't working.
What was the table name? Forgot.
What was that, Sujan?
What was the table name?
Team?
Or events? We were doing the events.
Oh, the event name was Live LC 11Z test.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because you have access to this instance too, so you can be looking around. Oh. Wow, it's really struggling to figure this out. Look at all this usage. No business rule, flow, or script that's setting active to false, but it did reveal the likely culprit. Let me confirm one detail. There are UI policies. Look at all the files it's run. Now imagine this is, I mean, all the files it's reading, that's literally how our debug process used to be when you're like, I don't know what's doing this, and you just sit there and go through every single freaking file looking for the culprit. It's like, nope, that wasn't that either. All right, I'm just gonna let it keep going. We're gonna skip past that for now. Okay, so we can't get it to show up in an upcoming event. I'm guessing, I don't know why it would not show up on here. You would think that was the only reason why it was an active, right? None of these things sounds like, I mean, mean, I can fill out some of it. Oh, look, the last thing in here is Paris.
Oh man.
So that gives a little indication of how old it is. I'm just filling out
through the list edit. So there's something.
Oh, look, it kept it.
Yeah, I know. I made it through list view edit.
Oh, you did that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if it shows up. There it is. Okay, this is what I remember. It doesn't have an image. I can add an image here to make it show up. Oh, I wonder. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was a state field that was causing that. Okay, so here it is. Here's the old interface. Yeah, this is how I remembered it. You can create a team, you join a team, you could be a solo team. Yeah, and then once I create the team, this is team, we'll say team name is roast chicken thighs with herbs. Shout out to Ben in chat talking about his lunch. So I have a team. What was I going to check now? Oh, create app. I want to see the form. Okay, so this form still works too. Oh man, this is old school. This is bringing me back. Yeah, you can name your app, create an image for it, submit the URL for a video, description, and then the same fields that we've used for a while. Oh, and a field to choose which instance you're using. Okay, so that's all classic. That's all there. I think. Wow, I'm going to stop this. It's going to use up all my usage. I'm going to stop that. Can you create a README that talks about, that documents a beginning to end process for how a hackathon event would be made, teams formed for it, team members join, and judging, an app submission and judging occurs. Okay. Wow, 40 minutes have already passed. Okay, so gaps. I guess I'll just go through each one. Problem we don't need to go through because that's just naming the problem. Create a con. So there's ways for hackers and judges, and there is no guru section for this, so I'll put that there. Open to public view submissions and or vote for them. I will say no public vote. There is a public events page still, but no public voting. No way to do live spectating. This is technically for in-person or remote hackathons, but we could say there's no difference in the app between the two. What is this? Lohima.
I think
that's
maybe
how you have dark mode. Yeah, dark mode. So as long as you're on a newer version, most newer versions, you just go to click on the top right and then say preferences. Under theme, there's a dark mode. There's Lassa. Sujan is suffering from insomnia. I know. I was saying it's so late for him, but doing his best. Thanks for joining. Okay, so the admin stuff, what's missing? Can create categories, topics for hackers to pick from. Oh, did we see that? Were there categories?
I don't recall.
Back, huh? So, if I'm trying to remember correctly, news is attached in some way. So let me just try this. We'll say we'll say Ailey as one. And then we'll say Ben as another and insert that. And then who else is in here? The him just for as another one. Okay, so we have published news. Let's see if that changes anything. Not that I can see. So at one point, I feel like I remember news was a way to do categories, but I'm not seeing that here.
I see categories in the application table.
Okay.
And the categories there, but I'm just like, what value it is.
Where?
Yeah, but if you go back to the list view, I was seeing there.
Oh.
On your right. But I have to see where it's picking up from.
Oh, that might be coming from a different table. That might be coming from the events table, I'm guessing.
It could be.
No, it's on this table. Why isn't it on the form? That's silly. You know what? Let me submit a random thing first. Name your application. Late night coffee. Problem. Solution. Landscape. Focus. Keys. Save. Okay, so app submitted, so it should appear here.
You don't see the dictionary of the table too. It's weird.
Where's category?
Okay.
There it is. Theme. And theme points to nothing. What? It's a dead table. It's a broken link. Okay, so there's supposed to be a theme table. Okay, so it wasn't news, it was theme. Okay, so that's a gap. Application submission has a theme category field, but it is referencing a missing table. It is event-based, can distribute instances to participants. I assume that functionality still is there, but need to verify if automation still works. Events can be team, solo, or both. That technically works. Events could be differentiated between design, hackathon. That doesn't exist. Each event can have its own judging criteria. That does not exist currently. Baked in. Events can be public or private. Yep. Events can be open for registration or closed. I saw that. A portal that shows all events that a user is allowed to see. Yeah, that's exists. Events can have submissions visible to public, participants only, or private. Yep. A portal that shows all submissions for an event. I can verify that now. Right? Oh, okay. So this is how, if I remember correctly, if I go to the event and I say it's no longer active and close the registration, if I go back here and refresh it, there, yeah. So it now turns into here's all the apps that were submitted page. So late night coffee, buy roast chicken thighs. Okay, so that's there. Approval workflow for events to be published. I don't know. Need to verify how this works. Actually, it might be entirely manually record-based. No automations. Access control for app admins, delegated development admins versus event admins. I don't think that exists. Be able to receive event details and instance information. This, most of it is via email, which is clunky, should just display in portal. Be able to create a team or join a team. Yep. Can submit their app. Yep. Team browsing portal. Teams can have open teams or private teams. That does not exist. Submission can include pitch video. Can. Submission form can have different fields per event. Cannot. Form is baked in. Judges can view some, we haven't verified judging stuff yet. There used to be a page for judging. Let me go look for it. Nope. Judge. Oh wait, no, this is Hackathon. Judge. Review. It was. Did I create that whole thing? I must have created it then. There used to be a portal page where it would make it easier for all the judges to review apps and do judging rapidly, quickly. I don't see it, so it must not exist anymore. Or I don't know. I feel like I did make that after like a year or two of hosting it. Okay, so can only do via records in platform. Judges can add notes for submissions. Was that there? Wasn't there judging tables? Where did that go?
Yeah, but it wasn't shown over here.
Oh, judges corner, yeah. What's weird is there's a judging corner for on the record, and then there's also this judging stuff. Remember, like in the Claude noticed that it's like you can judge something on the application itself, but you can also have an average scoring of different judges. And it's not the same category, so it doesn't roll up to this, it seems. There is a notes section. What about on this one? Yeah, there's notes. Okay, so at least for that, there are notes. Judges can see all of the reviews in a comparison view. Not easily. Via list view only. Need a UI. Must be a ServiceNow, must be in a Git repository, that's done. Knowledge, event requirements. Reactivate, no, we're good. Qualitative, smooth experience, visually stunning. Say, this is old AF. Okay. So those are the gaps that I'm assessing right now. Anything else, Sujan, you think that might be needed for the hackathon app that we didn't go over that would make it a better hackathon?
I think instances, maintenance, I think we already did take care of that.
Yeah,
Because we were talking about taking through the plugins and everything that an instance should have. So instance readiness.
Yeah, I guess that. I mean, that's a big stretch goal, but we can add it because it's CI/CD for instance management, plugins, refreshes, etc. This bothers me. It's not in the front. Come, get back. Why aren't you in the front? Where's the arrange? There it is. Okay. Oh, shift up. All right. Yeah. This is there is no automation to handle the instances remotely via this instance, which would be nice. It just adds a lot of scope for it. I think that, the whole point of this was a gap analysis of what we had to assess what was lost and what might need to be added back in. Some of this is not a gap analysis because some of these features were things that we wanted to add since that didn't exist at all. So it's kind of gap plus future. Which I probably should go in here and differentiate which ones are which, just to help with scoping. But I can do that another time. So the next step would be taking this and giving it to Travis, because Travis is going to assess it and decide what's the next steps for it, since Travis is, there's 4 of us that are helping with the hackathon. So as a team, we got to decide what we want to do with this gap. But yeah, I expect everyone in this chat and watching this in the future to participate in the hackathon, because it's going to be Sujan's first knowledge, and we got to give him the best experience ever, because he's traveling so far, and we got to give him a great time. The hackathon is one of my favorite things, dude. Like I love the hackathon. Has been so fun. It got me first involved. I tell that story a lot. Like I was walking around the show floor, and Lily, one of my teammates, was standing there, and I was like, "What is this?" And she was like, "It's a hackathon," and she started explaining to me, and she made me stand up on the spot. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so I participated. My first hackathon in 2018. I got to the finals as the only solo competitor. Everyone else was on a team. And that was the first time I met a bunch of people. A lot of people that are in the ServiceNow community now, they thought I was hilarious because I made such a silly thing. And so that got me really started in the community, because people were like, "Dude, you got to hang out with us online and stuff like that, because you are a developer through and through." Because I made a game while everyone was making a very serious submission. Okay. But that was also the first time I met Chuck, because when I was presenting my finalist entry for the hackathon, he was sitting there in the front row and he was laughing at what I did, and I was like, I remember presenting and I heard someone laugh, and I looked over and I go, in the middle of my presentation, I was going, "It's Chuck." And then I kept going with my, because I had never met him before, but I knew he was like a ServiceNow celebrity. And then lo and behold, a few years later, I was his teammate. But yeah, so the hackathon was how I got started with a lot of these things, and it's still near and dear to my heart because it's one of the few events at Knowledge, in my opinion, where you can really build like really solid relationships, because you're interacting with a group of people for 4 to 8 hours long, kind of thing. So it's a really fun event.
And excuse me for my new camera, it's blurring me out. But I think it's the same thing. Like I always dreamed about winning a hackathon. That is what was my interface from my friends regarding knowledge. But I never got a chance to participate. But this time I'm hosting it out. Hopefully, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Convey myself.
And there's a question: how do I participate? If you're going to Knowledge, just head over to CreatorCon on the first night, and that's where it's going to be hackathon. If you're not heading to Knowledge, we're still in the talks of figuring out what that means. But part of this this design is hoping that we can make it into something that can host online ones also. It's just depending on how we want to design it. Yeah, and Laszlo started answering it too. Remember, when you sign up for Knowledge, just hit that checkbox that says you want to be part of CreatorCon, because that helps us contact you and keep track of you too. Free to add on to your Knowledge package. And then on the Tuesday night of CreatorCon of Knowledge, that's when we do the hackathon. You'll get more details about that soon. Usually we have like a web page, and we'll post that somewhere for people to see. But yeah, it's a good time. Sweet. That's it for my stream. Did you want to say anything, Sujan?
No, really interested and looking forward to this hackathon app. I think we are building a great app that is going to be useful across communities, just not knowledge right now. And participation in the hackathon is a proud thing for anybody in the ServiceNow ecosystem, and we're going to be helping it out. It's really excited to build this app.
Nice. Yep. Sweet. What things I'll do after the stream that people won't see, I'm going to go commit those changes inside of my Git repository, because I did add a new README file and a new Claude file. Commit those and then go back into the instance to pull the remote updates. Because everyone, if you haven't played with source control and doing code changes outside of ServiceNow, always follow the process of applying remote and keeping things up to date. Then you don't have to deal with desyncing and merge conflicts and stuff like that. So if you make a commit outside of ServiceNow, make sure to apply remote soon before you do any work in ServiceNow. So that's what I'm going to do offline. Otherwise, thank y'all for hanging out. I'm still trying to figure out what I should build ongoing on this stream if it's not the hackathon app. I'm figuring that out, but I'm supposed to be doing this weekly. So tune in. Chrissy's been going strong every Tuesday. I'm doing every Wednesday. Travis is going to get started up soon on Thursdays. And Sujan will do all the other days of the week for us.
Or we can.
We'll see what happens. No, Sujan's been great supporting and hanging out with us during our live streams. Laszlo too yesterday, so I saw both of you on that stream. But yeah, thanks everybody. Have a great day. Sujan, have a great night. I hope your kid sleeps in, doesn't wake you up or anything like that. Oh, I get it. All right, thanks everyone. Bye. I don't have an outro song, do I? Nope, our outro is just us waving. Bye.